I've been playing TFT for 3 years, and this game is hands down the luckiest game I've ever had. It's a little wild, and so much had to go right for me to make this board. We start off this game, and we get a couple of 3-cost units from the early orbs. Let's go ahead and check our admin. So we drop in Camille and LeBlanc. Always a good thing to do early. And not the best, not the best options. It's all mana. Maybe the right one was the best option, but, maybe you could do a LeBlanc carry early on. None of that actually ends up mattering because the 2 options I'm considering here are Birthday Present and Build Different, but honestly, all 3 are takeable at this stage. But I just haven't really played a Build Different game yet. I played a lot of Birthday Presents, so I was like, you know what? Let me get some Build Different right now. So I click on that. The items we have for it, they're okay. I'm not going to say they're the best, but Rageblade's pretty good and Build Different. Same with like Titan's Resolve. Rod, maybe not the best, but you could build a Morello with it, but we're just going to level up. I typically like playing for a win streak whenever I have Built Different, and we face a guy that's level 3, so we get an easy win here. Our next shop helps us out a lot because we get both a Nyla and another Camille, so we could run 2 Camilles or just hold on to the pair. I end up just putting in Nyla, but I think I should have put Camille in over the Wukong, like the second one. Whenever you play Built Different, playing duplicate copies is always really nice. Just because they both benefit from the Build Different trait, so not too much to really analyze there. We could slam the bow, maybe chain on Nyla, maybe, and then the bow on Wukong. I think we're getting rid of Wukong first. I guess we have a pair of him, so maybe he keeps it for a while, but like Titan's Resolve Wukong probably isn't too bad. If you 100% know you're going to sell a unit, you could just slam items on them. It doesn't matter if it's like the best item for them or the worst item for them. We're going to change up our team a tiny bit. I put in Malphite, and I also do an aggressive level up and drop in a Blitzcrank. I do it by accident. I should have put in the second Camille because I'm running admin right now because I forgot Camille and Blitzcrank both share the trait. Like, obviously they do, but like, I made the level up decision very last second, and I meant to drop in the second Camille, but Blitzcrank just auto-populated onto my board because he was the most unit on the left-hand side of my bench. A little unlucky there, but we still get the win because we have the extra level. It just kind of defeated the point of leveling up early. We have a lot of components, so pretty much anything that completes any item is going to be good. The most interesting thing to take is probably this belt on our Camille, because that would give us a Camille 2, and then we'd slam like a Sunfire Cape. Even though I end up going for the glove, because whenever you play Built Different, you typically go for a Samira carry, and Last Whisper is almost mandatory on Samira. I think just getting a Camille 2 just guarantees our win streak instead, so that may have been a bit better. Not the biggest deal in the world. One's better for later in the game, one's better for the early game. You always have to make choices in TFT, and there's always pluses and minuses. You just have to try to figure out which one's best in every situation, which obviously is really hard. If not, we'd all be like world champions or whatnot, We're facing someone with golden tickets, so right now he's not that scary. We end up seeing a second Nyla in our shop. We don't really have any insane upgrades yet. In fact, we have no upgrades at all. The one thing going for us, though, is that we're running a lot of 3-cost units, so they kind of keep up in terms of power level compared to 2-starred 1-cost. They are overall a little weaker, but, it is what it is. We didn't get any 2-star 1-cost because we leveled up really aggressively. That's one of the risks you run whenever you level up aggressively in the early game. You generally only want to do it if you have a bunch of 2-starred 1-costs already. We end up getting a chain, some gold, and a bow, so we have a lot of different item options. Probably Bramble Vest is best, but you could also do Titan's Resolve, maybe like a Rage Blade. We somehow get a Jinx too, but honestly, I don't even know if it's worth running because Jinx is a pretty bad unit. But since it's my only upgrade, I end up just dropping her in. I jammed this extra bow on her, and I also build the Bramble on our Nyla. I think that's pretty decent. Bramble Vest is really good in Build Different comps because you get a lot of health from the trait, and then Bramble Vest just gives you a lot of effective HP. You don't really need Rage Blade. That's why I'm not slamming it yet, because Built Different also gives attack speed. So it's kind of like doubling up on one stat instead of mixing it up. In a Built Different comp, you generally want your rods to go towards either an early game item, a Morello, or save it for something for your late game legendaries, because most of those are AP this set. So there's only really one option here. Earth Grab Bag, completely useless because we can't use a spatula. Triforce, I don't want to try out a reroll Built Different comp. That seems a little difficult. So you just go high-end shopping, and we're going for all the 4-cost units right now. Typically, Built Different comps, they revolve around aces and 4-cost tanks such as Sejuani and Echo. And because of that, high-end shopping, it pays heavy, heavy dividends because we just get a free level 8 shop at level 7. Well, not free. You have to pay an augment to get it, but it's just incredibly easy to hit both Samira and Misfortune, and sometimes you could even sneak in a Mordekaiser. You really just want to run 3 or 2 aces whenever you play build different, and look at how many jinxes we have in our shop. I'm not really trying to play a reroll jinx build, so I think we're going to skip those for now, just try to hit level 7 ASAP. We're facing off against a Yuumi player with blue buff, with Battle Mage, with Celestial Blessing. Battle Mage is really good, but Celestial probably not that great on Yuumi, but regardless, we get a 5-unit win, which is pretty big for us here. We're last pick on this carousel. We want to finish up our bow item, probably something like a Giant Slayer would do, or just get more bows for everyone else later on. You could have also went for the Negatron Cloak and maybe build something like a Runons. After selling the Zac we got, we're going to sell LeBlanc because we don't need her because we already have admin in from Camille, and we also make 40 gold that way. We're facing someone with Golden Ticket and High Roller. Holy cow, this guy's going to have a lot of 3-cost units this game, which is going to be really funny, but maybe ours is going to end up being a little bit better, as you guys will see in maybe like 20 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but this Gangplank waltzes over to our backline, which is super scary. This might end our streak. Is this Senna able to do it? Holy cow. Oh no, the Gangplank was way too tanky. So there goes our streak. It's okay. We're not going to be a Mr. 100 this game. I'm sure you guys would already know. If I did have an undefeated win, you'd probably see it in the thumbnail. Unfortunately, like Janna Weather, she's a civilian, so she doesn't get the build different trait. I'm pretty sure any other legendary in the game showing up in the shop would have been better. But we face, what's this person playing? It looks like Brawler, but he just doesn't have Jax yet. Okay, I feel a little bad for this guy because Jax is obviously a big power spike. But we have our Jax running. He's got the Last Whisper, which is kind of not really needed on him, but he's just a temporary item holder that we're using. Immediately, we could see the power of high-end shopping because we hit 2 legendaries and it's like stage 3 right now. So that's really nice for us. Obviously, I'm not saying Syndra is the best one, but it's still pretty cool. We get a champion duplicator. That is nice. And we get a much-needed sword because we wanted to build Giant Slayer. So we'll probably go ahead and slam that there, most likely on the Senna. We could fit in this 4-cost set because he's a defender. He doesn't add any traits for us. And then since we have so many bows, I'm just going to slam the Static Shiv as well. I think we should probably build a Rage Blade here. I end up not doing it, but Static Shiv plus Rage Blade, probably a okay combo, you know? We're facing a 2-star. Oh my god, he's got 2-star Bel'Veth at stage 4-1. That is very strong and scary. And he's got 40 gold, so he has the freedom to do a lot of other stuff. And he's got a Nunu, and he's got a Rammus too. Surely we lose this fight, right? If we don't, then something's probably wrong with the game. It was pretty close. It's probably going to be a 2-unit loss. So not bad for us right here. We're going to see this next augment, and we get a champion that we really needed. We get Misfortune, and it's the Make It Rain one. So we're going to have so much econ. I actually love this augment so much. It just gives you so much gold, and then it allows you to just roll. And then we also get a Samira in our shop. Absolutely ridiculous swing of events. We take out the Senna, we take out this Jax, put in Emma, put in Samira, drop the items on our Samira, and we could pretty much call it a day from here. We have 50 gold. We have 32 out of 56 on the level up, so it only costs 24 to level up at this point. Maybe we should have just leveled up right now, but we also have high-end shopping, so that gives us really good odds later on. And yeah, there's really not too much else to say right now. Let's see how our team's doing. Unfortunately, we don't get the ace trait, so it's hard to execute this really tanky. Is that a Vi in the middle of our screen? But running both Samira and Misfortune, they're able to just use the bonus attack speed from Built Different to kind of do the job. It's not as like cool as the ace trait, but you know, it gets the job done. They get a bunch of bonus health too, so they're a bit more durable. In this next shop, we just see a random Aphelios, but unfortunately for us, we can't play him because he's a sure shot, and so is Samira. Our team's so funny right now, though. We have a 2-star Jinx, we have a 2-star Camille, 2-star Nyla. You just don't see this every day. We're facing a Jax player. He's got pretty nuts build. He's got a lot of upgrades, but we have the Legendaries and we have the Built Different traits. So let's see which one actually wins out here. Oh, he does by a lot. Uh-oh, he's got Sejuani too. I did not even notice that. So we take like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-unit loss. That is pretty heavy. Luckily, we win streaked in the beginning of the game, so our health total is still at 70, which is more than manageable. We're last pick on the carousel. We can't take the spatula, so I guess it's just a Negatron cloak. As we all know, Runons is really good on Samira if you checked out some of my other videos, but we're going to level up. We're going to roll down right now because we are hopefully going to hit some heavy hitters right now. There's a Mordekaiser, Fiddle, Nunu. Do we even need that Kaisa? I don't think so. She's kind of irrelevant now. We get the Sedge. There's another. Oh man, we have pairs of every single legendary pretty much. I think it's time to sell like maybe the Camille or something. Set's a pretty good tank in built different comps. And then we just need to put something random in. All right, we put in the Echo and we put in the Mordekaiser. Who gets these items? Static Shiv probably goes on Syndra, or I guess Misfortune because we have Syndra on our bench now. I probably want to sell this Sejuani with the Negatron Cloak in order to build the Runons, but I think I'm just playing her temporarily for one turn right now. Misfortune, you know, she's ulting, but it's not doing that much. I think the peak of our comp is yet to come because we're all one-starred right now. We're going to get a huge payout, so even though we rolled down to 0, Misfortune's Mercenaries gave us 20 gold right now. We pick up this Urgot, and a lot of people are wondering, like, hey, why are you running threats in build different comps? Because they don't benefit from the trait. Well, threats never benefit from any trait, so whenever you would run a threat in any other situation, it would be the same exact thing you'd do in a build different comp. We may end up selling this Echo and maybe the Nunu in order to make interest. I feel like the other legendaries are just like a tad better, plus we want to keep the aces in, and Set 2 is probably just such a solid tank that we're keeping him for the long haul as well. I probably should build this Runons on the Samira. I'm not too sure why I'm waiting until the neutral rounds to build it. Maybe I wanted a tank item or something, because we are kind of lacking that department right now. Mordekaiser casts twice. He's 2-starred. We probably want items on him too, because whenever you get an upgraded unit, especially a legendary one, I'm not saying they're useless without items, but with items, it's just the best thing ever. We got the Syndra 2 here, so our team is looking pretty spicy right now. We essentially have like a Gucci board because we have pretty much all 4 and 5 cost units. Let's see what we get from this Anvil here. We probably want like some Mordekaiser item, but I guess we could roll down a little bit first. There's Urgot, there's Samira. I generally like doing the roll downs first because you could always do the items later, and holy cow, we get a ton of Fiddlesticks there. Fiddle definitely goes in. I didn't even realize I was playing Nyla still, so we'll get rid of her. Sejuani, we could use Sedge too, but not in the cards yet. So we could kind of just chill here. Okay, or just donkey roll, you know. With the Misfortune thing, it's really easy to just like keep rolling and not get punished for it. And we're going to do something a little goofy. Instead of hatting literally anyone else, we could have hatted Mordekaiser, we could have hatted Fiddlesticks. I'm actually going to hat my Urgot, and I forgot to check the item first from the Anvil, so that's a little silly of me, but you know what? It's okay. It's just a game at the end of the day. And we are facing a Samira player who also has... Wait, he's running two... He's playing the same comp as me, but he doesn't have build different, but somehow he's winning. Or is he playing 4 aces? Maybe he was playing 4 aces, that's why he looks like this. But man, he's taking all our units. That's not fun at all. We see another Urgot here, and this is the point where I'm thinking, like, maybe we could get some legendary 3-stars. I haven't had that in a really long time. And with the hat on Urgot, with the Make It Rain Misfortune, we are going to have some gold to do some juicy things during this game. My shops are too good, so even though it's a mistake, I'm going to sell my set right now and just keep rolling for stuff. We end up getting second fiddle too. Oh my goodness. We should probably buy this MF. Maybe we just lock our shop. You know what? That's okay too. Or maybe, no, Urgot's going to get us some gold. So yeah, he has to, right? He's got a hat. It's a very high chance to get loot with Urgot if he has any bit of AP, which he does this game. But unfortunately, we kill his whole team before he casts, like, so he only hits like 1 or 2 units. But we do get the MF2 eventually. And this Bel'Veth, the Bel'Veth beat us before, but not anymore. Times have changed now. In this next shop, we get a couple of useless units, but we get the Make It Rain. Let's just roll for fun. Honestly, I should just be saving up my gold, but I wanted to get second Urgot just so that I can farm even more gold, and then I was hoping it would pay itself off, but we don't end up getting second Urgot too, so we just have to chill. What would you rather have right now, my board or his board? He could have like maybe a Jax 3. Would you still want his board over my board? I feel like mine's more fun. Would Jax 3 beat this? I don't actually know. Maybe he could. He's got pretty good augments and stuff, but it's really tough to say. We do end up... Are we winning this? I can't even tell. Wait, he beats us with Jax too? There's no way. No, Syndra's saving us, right? But his Soraka's been ramping up the whole game. Oh no, we actually lose to him, and he's only got Jax too. That's crazy. There are a lot of trait emblems on this carousel. I think we just want the second hat. Just stack our Urgot or something. Or get the defensive item, but getting the defensive item's a little boring, right? The hat also gives us a second Syndra too, so maybe we could get Syndra 3. I don't even know what any of these 3-star legendaries even do, but we're just trying to go for them. Do we sell the aces at this point? Would you guys just like sell Samira or something? Who uses the items though? I guess Urgot could. I'll be honest, I don't even know who's like topping the damage charts. We could check after this round, but my tank Mordekaiser is just not hitting as hard as I would like. But you know what? It's okay. Well, if we get him up, okay, Samira's leading the damage charts. I guess I can't sell her then, you know? Nothing tasty in this shop. I guess we could roll once or just like save up interest after we get some Urgot loot. We end up getting perfect positioning on our Urgot. He's going to hit a lot of units right now. Let's see. Don't forget, we have this champion duplicator on our bench as well, so man, he was perfectly positioned, but he only hits 2 units. That's so unlucky because we killed him too quickly. At least we get an item component. This is literally the definition of a first world TFT problem where you're killing the enemy teams too quickly so that your Urgot cannot farm gold or loot. Let's see what item we get here. We get, maybe we want some tank items. Maybe the Vow or something like that. Get an earlier cast on someone. It really doesn't matter. Just any of these tank items are fine. I end up taking the Dragon Claw. Probably there's some AP in the game, but we're going to roll down here. Not too much to hit, but there's the Urgot. There's a Fiddle. We're 1 off Fiddle 3. You know what? Should we be greedy? Should we not even complete the first 3-star? I honestly forgot what I did in this game, but there's another Mord. Who do we Dragon Claw? I guess we're just going to build the tankiest Mordekaiser in the world. I don't think he benefits that much from tank stats, but you know, it's all good. ZZ Rot on Fiddle probably isn't bad because you kind of want him to be targeted if you want him to just CC people. If you want him to carry, you could put him in the back. But normally I just use him as like a CC bot and let other people kind of do the damage work. But Fiddle's still good at that. It's just a little different in terms of style. You know, like there's more than one way to fry a fish. So this is the Jax guy again. Don't tell me he still beats us. There's no way, right? Oh no. If Jax 2 is doing this much damage, like thank God he got nerfed because we won't have to deal with this level of oppression anymore, you know? We get a Negatron Cloak. That's pretty good. Man, Leona would probably be pretty decent in this build, but we kind of skipped over her a little bit. But we're rolling down a bit. There's another Fiddle, so we do have the option for Fiddle 3. I do end up Nicoing it because we're at 17 HP. So, yeah, that's a little dangerous area right there. That is definitely a scary crow right there. But we're facing a Yuumi player, but he doesn't really have like the best. Oh, he hits the entire board. We just need like one item on this. Wait, our Urgot can't farm us any more gold because, oh no, Fiddle's just killing them too quickly. Now we have to find probably this Urgot 3 is the closest one, but no cigar there. What's crazy to me is that we didn't even level up to level 9 for level 10 odds because we'd get even more legendaries that way. All right, surely we beat the Jax guy this time, right? If we don't, like something's just severely wrong with the game. I guess that's why they changed it, so maybe they won't take offense to that. But Fiddle ults, he doesn't clear the whole board. Like, I get it. He doesn't have AP items on it. If I have even like one AP item on him, he'd probably clear everyone. But the fact that he doesn't is a little weird, right? That's how much health brawlers have. All right, what item do we even want here? The Shroud? It's kind of cringe, but I guess we just take the Syndra because we almost have Syndra 3 also. Look at this guy. He's holding legendary units for us. That's kind of cringe. Just let me have my fun. He already lost the game, right? Let's roll down a little bit. Oh, we get the Misfortune payout. That is pretty huge. We don't even want that Janna. Screw Janna. There's Leona. No. We don't care about Aphelios either. No. Would you guys sell your Samira for Aphelios too? I'm pretty sure Samira is just a better unit. Man, we're seeing a lot of those guys. Maybe it was arguable just to sell it so we get better odds on our shops, but no cigar there. We have this extra Syndra. Do we keep her? Like, do we need the Zephyr? We probably don't need the Zephyr, so it's all good there. This guy's holding 2 Urgots on his bench, so it's really cringe, but you know, like, whatever. Everyone has their... If he really wants to win a game of TFT and not see something really cool that's maybe like a 1 in 100 game, maybe even rarer than that, you know, then so be it. Okay, so we don't get any treasure chests. It's a little unfortunate. Again, we're killing him too fast. Maybe we put Fiddle in the back instead of in the front, but I kind of just want him to pop off. All right, it's time to do the business now because he's at 7 life. We're about to win, so let's sell some of these guys. I'm checking to see what legendaries he has, so we're probably not going to go for the Urgot anymore, and we're just going to sell everything and just roll down for other stuff. Not really hitting, though. And we only got 8 seconds left. So I think I'm actually going to sell this Urgot with hat so I could double hat my guy. Roll down, drop the hat on Fiddle, and then we get the Mordekaiser 3 as well. He finishes literally just in time. Like, that's crazy, right? Oh, geez. I feel like we deserve making this Zephyr because he was holding our Urgots before, so we're allowed to cringe ourselves a little bit. You know, I just realized our Mordekaiser gets shrouded, so then we don't even get to see Mordekaiser cast. So I guess we don't know what Mordekaiser 3 does, but holy cow, this is probably the luckiest game I'm ever going to have this set. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and I hope to see you all in our next video.